In this video we will consider the ways of connecting devices using the different SmartICS network protocols. Let's open the device page. Here you can configure the drivers for connecting the device to SmartICS application and save the settings as the templates for reuse. There is a list of available drivers on the left side. Drivers allow you to establish a connection using the appropriate protocol to the device or application that acts as a data source. There are 4 standard drivers in SmartICS application. ADAPTEL is a driver for data transmission via radio DMR networks and radio TETRA networks. Industrial communication protocols Modbus, OPC UA, and DEMO devices driver with which you can add a source of automatically generated data. 2 demo devices are added with a standard set of parameters by default after installing SmartICS application. Random values are automatically generated for each parameter. You can configure the value generator in the Common Settings window. You can enable or disable, delete, copy, or add a new demo device. The demo device can be configured with the parameters and automatically generate dashboards with a set of widgets for each parameter. Let's consider the other drivers. ADAPTEL driver is used only to connect the ADAPTEL device, which allows you to transfer data via the DMR and TETRA radio networks. This driver is rarely used and will not be considered in this video. Let's consider the Modbus driver. This driver allows you to connect the devices using the industrial Modbus protocol. There are 2 tabs, Devices and Templates. On the Templates tab, you can add a set of parameters, an address map, that can be applied to several devices. Let's add some discrete parameters, then specify the parameter alias. Let's choose, for example, the 3rd register, holding register. Let's leave the bit data type. Let's add 5 bits as quality parameter. It will start from the 10th bit of the 2nd register. Access will be opened for reading and writing. As we can see, 5 parameters have been added to the table. In this case, all parameters are automatically assigned aliases and addresses. The template is set. In order for changes will be applied, you must click the Apply Changes button. Let's add the device and apply Created Template. First, you need to add connection. Let's choose the implementation of the protocol using a serial port, TCP or UDP connection. Select TCP connection and set connection alias. Let's choose the interface, IP address and port. If it's necessary, you can configure additional connection parameters. Timeout is the time to wait for a response to a request, and pause between requests. Let's specify a device alias, address, or device ID, and then specify prepared template with a set of parameters. Advanced settings are also available for Modbus devices. Let's save the change by clicking the Apply Changes button. The added device has an online status, which means that the connection with the data source has been successfully. For a Modbus device, as for any other, standard functions are available. Enable or disable function, delete, copy, and add a new device. You can also go to device parameters and create a new dashboard for device. Now let's consider OPC UA driver, which allows you to connect devices using the OPC UA Open Communication Protocol. First, you need to add connection. Let's specify the alias, interface, and address with the port, endpoint URL. If it's necessary, you can edit the advanced protocol settings. The connection is added. Now you can add devices and their tags. You can add device manually if you know the host name and device name. In this case, you can set the device an alias. Also, the device can be added automatically when you add parameters. For automatically adding device, you need to click the Add Group button to see all available devices and text of the connected OPC UA server. There are two devices in the OPC UA server. Each of them has groups in which tags and other groups are placed. Let's add some tags. We can see that devices with tags have been added. Each tag is automatically assigned an alias in the device. You can manually add tags one by one for a connected device if their address is known in advance, or you can add a group of tags at once from the list of available tags in the OPC UA server. To add a group of tags, click the Add Group button. Let's add some more tags. Let's apply the changes. For OPC UA device, as for any other, standard functions are available. Enable or disable function, delete, copy, and add a new device. You can also go to device parameters and create a new dashboard for device. In addition to the listed protocols in the SmartICS application, it is possible to use a device with the custom protocols. In this case, you need to add a new data source and specify the current IP address and port of the device or application that will be the data source. A new custom type driver will appear in the list of drivers. If the connection to the data source is successful, then the device settings will appear on the right side. Note that the custom data sources are rarely used in SmartICS application. Usually it is used for adding additional modules to solve specific problems. The basic settings for custom data sources are available in the Control Center app. In this video, we considered the ways of connecting devices using the different SmartICS network protocols. Thanks for your attention.